And everything here will be kept in the strict of confidence. I want you to feel comfortable with anything that you say here. It will not go any further. There are only a couple of reasons that I would have to break that confidentiality, and that's if there was a threat to any children, to yourself, or to others, or if I am asked by the courts to produce any papers and all that. So if that's okay with you, I've just got a form here that you could sign for me, and we get that, and we can be able to move forward. There you go.
Thank you.
Now, so you got an 18-month-old son, Jarvis, eh? That must be quite a handful. How is he?
He's adorable, but it's so exhausting.
Yes, I'm sure. As a grandfather, I've got the grandchildren. Okay, that's wonderful. Very good. We'll just put that to the side now. Okay, I've got your intake form here that we've taken off of your phone call. So I just want to touch base on that, and I want to make sure that we've got all the right information. So if you don't mind, we'll fill this out, and then we'll be able to move on. Okay, I've got your age here is 20.
Yes.
Okay, and your race is white. Your ethnicity, are you okay?
Yeah.
What is it? What would your family?
Yeah. So my family history is mostly European.
Okay.
Yeah. Comes from all over.
Okay, all over Europe. Yeah. I bet you'd like to go back there now, right?
Oh yeah, it's a dream.
Okay, the gender is female. Your sexual orientation?
Straight.
Yeah, heterosexual. And currently I see here that you were on Ontario Work, so you are unemployed. Yes. I'm just going to confirm that, okay? Your family status. Now, I do have a little bit here that you have maybe an estranged husband or common law husband at the moment?
Yeah, currently right now we are separated.
Okay, so we'll put that as separated for the moment. And physically, how are you feeling? Are you...
Physically, like, my health is good.
Yeah.
But, mentally, I'm just stressed out, and I feel like I'm always tired.
Okay.
Just a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Okay. Well, we're going to address that. We're almost done here. So we'll put physically is okay. Psychologically, though, you feel you're under a lot of stress,
yeah.
Right? I see that you're residing with your mother, right?
Yes.
And how big is that? Like, how's the space?
It's very small. It's just a small basement apartment.
Yeah.
It's hard for us being in such small, close quarters, and with Jarvis still not really sleeping through the night. I know it's causing a lot of stress on her as well, and just creating a lot of tension.
Yes, yeah, I can imagine an 18-month-old is a lot of stress as it is without being in confined quarters. Okay, so I guess, from the last little bit I have here, is your issue is you are living with your mother in some small quarters. You are currently on Ontario Works, so you're unemployed. And I see here you referred to us by the CIS Children's Aid, and I have a little note here that is due to the biological father and some volatile interactions there. You do currently have a restraining order against him?
Yes, for both myself and my son.
Okay, and how's that working? Is that okay? Is he staying away?
Yeah, he's staying away. Part of me does feel guilty though, because I grew up without my father. I don't want Jarvis to have that same experience.
Okay.
So I'd like to somehow find a way to mend that relationship and get him the help he needs so that we can all be a family together.
That's nice, and you know what? I think that's important. I think it's important for the child to have both the male and the female figure in his life. It certainly helps in the social determinants of his future health.
Yeah.
So okay, I haven't yet. We've just been filling out the forms, but I would like to just let you know I'll be just dotting down some some case notes here, so
Okay.
I can go back. You'll be more than free to see them if you want. There's nothing I'm going to hide, and whatever I'm going to write down is, you know, whatever we're talking about here. So I guess I've got this quick little scenario. Why don't I just allow you to let me know what's brought you here today, and I can tell you, you're not alone. Okay, we're here, and together we're gonna work on a plan, and you know what? We're gonna get you to where you want to be. So how about, yeah, you just give me a little bit of your background, and you know what do you want? What would you like to see your future be?
Yeah, so as you know, I only have my grade 12 education. So
Right.
a definite goal of mine is to go and get some post-secondary education so that I can have a good career. But
Oh.
currently, right now, I'm not. I need to find employment, hopefully something with a little more skill-based training, so that I can support myself and my son.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I guess I would ask then, at the moment, I know that the quarters are cramped, but are you able to, is your relationship okay right now with your mother, that you could stretch that out a little, per se, if we were maybe to get you some training,
Yeah.
get you a job, rather than immediately put you into something? I see here your mother's just a factory worker. I don't mean to say just, but I mean, from what I'm getting from you, you'd like to,
Yeah.
you know, you'd like to have a better opportunity for your little one and for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's my question, instead of putting you immediately into, you know, a minimum paying job. You'd like to, so I'd like to get some training, so obviously it would be important if you are able to stay with your mother and, you know, everything is safe and a good environment. Do you think that would be okay? Would she support you?
Yeah, I know my mother is frustrated with her situation, but I feel as long as I'm making steps to get myself on my feet, that she'd be happy to support me.
Okay, well that's good. You know what? It's really nice to have a support like that, right? That's important, especially with the little one. You know, I'm sure she must be still excited a bit at being a grandmother.
Yeah.
Is this her first?
This is the first.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, yeah, so, you know, she's got to be beside herself as well, so. Yeah, I can see, you know what, you've only been there a short period of time, so I can see that putting a bit of a strain. But I think maybe you're absolutely right, you've hit it there. If we can get you into some training and get you in and show her that you are moving forward and this is important in your life, I'm sure she'll continue to support you. She's been good with you for your life, and
Yeah.
yeah, you mentioned that your dad was no longer in the picture. Is that tough for you?
It was tough when I was younger, kind of wondering what I'm missing out on.
Yeah.
But my mom, she did a good job to make sure that I had everything I needed, and she was always loving and supporting.
Oh, that's good. And you know what? It sounds like you got that from her, because that's exactly what you're telling me you want to provide here for Jarvis. And hopefully have Lenny, right? Yeah, have Lenny in the picture too. That sounds great. Okay, so what do we got here now? So you say, okay, let's just go over your grade 12. How about work history though? Let's look at this. What we do have, what we do have here is there are a couple of opportunities. The provincial government of Ontario has what they call second career, which is exactly for somebody who has their grade 12 but has not moved on with any other post-secondary school education, right? And what the program will allow is they will fund you to go to school. You will have to fill out and jump through a lot of hoops, shall I say, right? There's a lot of paperwork, but the good part is that you will get the training and the government will pay for it, and hopefully through there and the connections and the partnerships that they have, you'll be able to find a job. So what I can do is I have something that I'll give you just before we leave, that will give you some of the programs that maybe you'd be interested in, if that's just an idea. And one of the other, of course, is just some skilled trade, not a trade per se, but some skilled experience, I guess. We also have partnerships with companies and other employers where you can go in as an intern, right? You will continue to collect on your Ontario Works, and we have some really good programs for single mothers, for daycare, obviously during the day when you're not able to do that. So that's just another option we have for you. So I will give you that information before you go, and maybe we can look into some of that. I just want to get a couple more of the little items here, and maybe that'll help me understand now. How are you coping? How are you able to cope with this stress? Like, what are you doing? You're having a tough time, right, with the little guy in a cramped quarters. So what is good for you? What are what's making you feel good?
For me, I find like the best relieving of stress is being able to take Jarvis out for walks in the park when the weather's nice.
Yeah.
It's just really nice to kind of get outside, away from those close quarters into wide open spaces.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And is there anything else? Like, is there anybody else in your life other than your mother that is a good friend, or somebody that you could just have maybe a cup of coffee or something with, right? And
Yeah, I lost connections, with some of my high school friends after having Jarvis. I really would like to reconnect with some of them though. Just
okay.
to kind of get, my own time.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's healthy too. That's also important. This is a whole process. It's not just go get retraining and throw you into a job and there you go. This is what we want to do here is build on you, find your strengths, and everybody has a lot of good in them. We all fall down at times. That's why we're here, because people have supported us. People will continue to be supports, and that's how people get through and get to be, and then they in return will want to do the same themselves, right?
Yeah.
We're all striving to get a better life, right? So you've got walking. You like to enjoy to walk. Now, your friends, are you social media? Are you like
Yeah, I
Facebook,
still have some
so
my friends on Facebook.
You're able to
communicate with them once in a while, but it's very hard to find time to actually see people.
Yeah. Like I say, we can maybe I will explain that program to you for the daycare. Even the opportunity where you could take Jarvis for like a couple hours, just say a Wednesday afternoon, right? Mm-hmm. Just to give you some time to get some time with some of your peers, because that's an important part, being healthy.
Yeah, daycare has definitely been a worry of mine, because I want to go and get a job, but because my mother is my only support system, she works as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a place or someone who can watch Jarvis.
Absolutely. Grandma, I'm a grandpa too, and I'm glad when the time is for them to go home, for me to also go, right? We still have all that love, but as you grow older too, you'll see when Jarvis has little ones of his own, you'll be looking forward some days to the time when he comes to take his children. Anyway, okay, so that's another opportunity we have for you. So is there anything, anybody, I guess, is there any other family members, like do you have any aunts or uncles or cousins or anybody like that you're close with? What I'm trying to do is find you some kind of a little circle here, to help you start building some.
My aunt on my mother's side, for a time period, we did live with her when I was growing up.
Okay.
She does live a little further away from here, but I do enjoy talking with her on the phone. We're still very close.
Okay, yeah, and that's something there that I didn't. You touched on. Your aunt's a little bit away. How's transportation? Do you or your mother have your own transportation?
My mother has her own vehicle.
Okay.
I have a license. I just don't have a vehicle.
Okay, but it would be accessible, say if you called your aunt up maybe and you made a plan for a Saturday afternoon or something like
Yeah.
that. So your mother would be okay with that. So that's good. Other than that, what we also are able to offer you here is we do have tickets or monthly passes, right, to get you
Yeah.
on the public transit. So
That would definitely be great.
yeah, we'll be able to help you out there. Okay, so I'm kind of off just a little bit, but I think this is just as important as we come across it here. So your public transport, how about your like your groceries and your food? Are you okay for that? Like, do you, obviously being on Ontario Works is not real financially able to
Yeah.
buy you, you know, but are you able to get the basics and the staples?
Yeah, right now it's okay. My mother isn't charging rent or anything. So basically all of the money that comes from the Ontario Works is going towards groceries.
Sure,
for-
sure.
Yeah.
And are you able to cook? Like, do you cook?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at least being able to prepare some decent, like home
Yeah,
healthy
home cooked
meals,
meals.
right? Good, that's important. We don't want to see. And how about the diapers and the formula? That must be a little bit of a.
Yeah, the diapers are very costly and you
Yeah.
go through them so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, what I do have also, we do have, there's a food bank, and it's just around the corner here. I see you're fairly close. So, yeah, there is a food bank, and what we'll be able to do now that we're here, we'll fill out a little card for you. So you'll be able to go in, it'll save you all of the trouble of having to go in and go through another refer. They'll know that you're from us, and that you'll be able to get some formula there, some diapers, and you'll also be able to get your food basics and that. You'll be
Yeah.
able to get what they do is they supply a basket once weekly. So we're going to do that, and
Yeah,
we'll
that
put
would
that.
definitely be helpful.
Yeah, we'll put that in as a family pass for the food bank. Okay, so we did get off there a little bit. So okay, so we've also got the transit pass. And you do have accessibility to the car. Okay, so now we were starting there to just build a little bit on your inner circle. Okay, so you say that right now that you're not really close with any peers at the moment, but you still have that Facebook connection or something that you would do. We just want to look at what are you doing now, I guess, that makes you feel good. We want to get you, into a positive frame of mind. What are you doing that you say you're walking, but I'm getting more. What are you doing for you? What are you doing for you personally? What are you doing for Doris to give her a break, right?
Yeah, well, I really enjoy cooking when I'm at home, so
Okay.
whenever she's at work, I like to bake with Jarvis and always have, dinner ready for when she gets home, just so that she doesn't have one more thing to stress about.
Absolutely. You know what? I think that's really strong. I think that's important. I'm sure your mother appreciates it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who wouldn't come home and the meal is ready for them, right? It must be a lot of fun with Jarvis too, getting into
fun.
everything. Yeah, absolutely. And that's good. That's good for him to learn early. That is a family bonding moment that I think is important too. To have them involved in the food, and I think that's really good. I'm glad to hear that. Let's see here. What else have we want to touch on? So we're going to look into some more peers. And how about you're religious? Is your religious a part of your life? Is that something?
Yeah. My mother and I and Jarvis, we all go to church on Sunday mornings.
Okay.
Yeah, every Sunday.
Okay. And do they have like a kindergarten for Jarvis, so you're allowed to?
They
Okay.
have a preschool program, so while the
Yeah.
session's going on, all the kids get to go downstairs and
Yeah.
do their own little activities.
Yeah, no, that's good too. So that allows you to get up and.
Yeah, it gives both of us a little bit of a break.
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, living in the tight quarters, that's absolutely important. positive. Okay, so I guess why don't we do a couple of visuals here, if you don't mind. And we call them visuals, but what it is we're going to ask you to draw, it would be an eco map. Basically what we're doing here is we're going to try and see what your social circle consists of. And what we're going to do there is we're going to find some strengths, we're going to find some things that you really like, you know, that make you comfortable and make you positive, right? And the second one, I guess, would be the eco map. Is that right? So hold on.